Okay, the first thing that we want to do is use the post hole digger to make our hole, because our citrus tree sizes are in the nice small containers like this, and you really only want to remove a little bit, enough to just kind of slip that tree in. And the reason why we have this bucket is because you turn around and you use that same soil to fill back in. We don't go, and this is just how we're doing it, we don't go and buy special soil because we want everything uniform, and our soil's already good. So we just take the soil that it came in, or came out of the hole, and put it right back in. After our hole is dug, we take our tree and we end up having a solution that we've made, and I've already done a few trees, that's the reason why it looks like that, but in some water, and it can be about halfway, 3/4 full, because once you put your trees in, the water's going to rise. But we use Myco applique from Myco Applications, the EndoThrive. So there's their symbol, and you can find them on internet, but there's their website and their phone number and everything, and I'll have it in the descriptions along with a link to their website. So I just put a little tiny bit. This has lasted me a long time. You shake it up, as it says on the top, shake well, and then I put probably not even quite a capful in there, just to give some live mycorrhizals, and I'll put a little bit of description of the mycorrhizals in this as well. And then once I have the trees in there, I'll show you the next step. Okay, the next step that I do is I soak them in that solution. So I took them out of their slip. So here's their slips that they were in. And so it's just their bare roots soaking inside the solution. And I would say 5 minutes is good enough. You don't want to make it too long. 5-10 minutes at the very most, I would say, is how long I soak them. Okay, the next step that I do is I happen to be using right now the Myco Bliss, but it's an inoculant. So if you go and you take a look at the different mycorrhizals, then you'll see like this one has 5 different species in it. That's why I liked it. And if you look it up and find an inoculant, that's what this is it's a powder that has a bunch of seeds in it. So it only needs a little bit. So what I do is I just take one of my trees, like that, like so, and I just kind of put a little bit on. It doesn't need much because they're seeds, and so you can just take a pinch and do a pinch on each side just to get those seeds going. Actually, I already have some on this side, so I really don't need to do that side. But just as long as, and this way I can get the 2 sides. And that's it. It just needs a little bit. And then next is planting. Okay, so Chris is going to end up showing the right depth, and he's got his helper with him. But when you end up planting the tree, you want to make sure that it's not below the soil line. If it's below the soil line, then you can actually cause those air roots that are at the top to get suffocated. So you want to make sure that it's up high enough. Okay, so as you can see, Chris has it so that the top is above the soil line and not too much above, but enough. And I like to kind of make sure that I wipe everything around it, kind of make it nice and pretty. So that's all we do. And then from here, you just need to help it get established by adding water to it. I would say for the next 2 weeks, just make sure it gets some water each day. And that's how I plant my citrus trees. There's my little baby. And then, because we're trying out in the high tunnel, and we're trying high density, and so we'll keep them hedge trimmed. So that's what we're doing. And along the wall is some of our blueberries are starting to come out of dormancy. As Chris finishes up his second one, he wanted something to say to end us off. What do we say?
Thanks for watching.